Yo, 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 welcome to episode 30 of Verbal Graffiti with your host, Brian Glass, aka the B-Man, the People's Degenerate. I believe this is take number, 15 of episode 30. My mind is discombobulated. My day job company, they're allowing us to work overtime this week, and the B-Man is a whore for those dollar bills, so I'm working a lot of overtime, which I'm appreciative of, but it just makes my mind just kind of melt. So yeah, I was working late last night, and then I went out even later in New Haven past 11 p.m. to film a sketch. And I was worried about those Connecticut Kia boys that coming up and hijacking my gear. Thankfully, they didn't. I'm excited about this sketch. I want to get it in this episode, but I do need to edit it. And what I mean by that is I need to color grade it, find music, link up the audio, cut and paste all the clips so it kind of all goes together smoothly. And like I said, I'm working overtime, so it might be next week's episodes. We'll see. Also, the B-Man, yes, that's right. I am talking to myself in third person. I must confess, I've had this idea fermenting in my brain the last few weeks, and I finally figured out what it is. I want to do this new segment kind of like photo hunt style, where I put up an image or a painting, and I'm going to show all of you what I see when I'm looking at this painting. But what I need to do is learn some technology. So possibly this weekend, I need to go back to YouTube University and learn how to highlight images on a photo, then use like arrows and bubbles. I need to learn how to do all that so I can put it all together. Hopefully I'm not completely stupid and we'll be able to figure out how to do that this weekend. So look for that in future episodes of Verbal Graffiti. I want to mention I found this sticker at a bar I was at recently. The band is called Mitch Kramer Elm City Punk. No clue whether they're a good band or not. I just like the sticker. I like seeing stickers in bars and restaurants and like bathroom stalls and on like street corners, on like street posts. What I do not like, though, is seeing stickers on the back of laptops. If I'm at a cafe and I see a guy or a gal with like a MacBook and the back of it is just covered with stickers, that makes my OCD just kind of go into overdrive, and I want nothing to do with that smurf of a person, because I see those stickers and I know who that person is. I know without even seeing that person's car that there's trash, that there's Chick-fil-A bags in the back seat, and that vehicle reeks of like stale French fries. If it's a babe with all those stickers on the back of her laptop, I'm just gonna say, like, I just assume her vagina is unkept and there are straggly hairs coming out of her undies. And whoever that person is, they probably don't get along with a sibling because they lost communication because there was a fight. And we know the sticker person was the one in the wrong, even though she'll say she was in the right. And that person's probably also not friends anymore with friends that she or he had as a kid. She excommunicated them. Again, it's her fault, not all the other kids' fault. I'm positive, now that I think about it, I have a lot of thoughts about sticker type people, and we will talk about that in future episodes. But right now, I got something else I'd like to discuss with you. This comes from the subreddit sororities. That's a tough word for me to pronounce. Hi, I'm president of my sorority, and I find that every summer we have a lot of disengagement during the summer. I was wondering if anyone knew any strategies to keep members engaged during summer break. In the past, we tried summer book clubs, but that didn't gain that much traction. Well, no shit, a book club didn't gain traction with a bunch of college girls. Like, that's not your demographic, all right? I'll tell you, my oldest sister, she's a teacher, and she loves books clubs. That's the type of demographic that gets giddy over the most recent, Emily Franklin novel. Though old teachers love book clubs, not 20-year-old college babes. You got to know who you are. You are the president. You're leading the battalion infiltrated with 18 to 23-year-old sorority sisters strolling around campus, letting everybody know, hey, my tits are bigger and perkier than yours ever will be. And the last thing girls like this want to do is be inside in the middle of July, sitting crisscross applesauce style in a half circle, debating whether or not a Daisy Buchanan was a good character in Great Gatsby. Look at the B-Man. I know a little bit about Scott F. Fitzgerald, and I'm not in any book club. The answer to this question is so easy. All you have to do for, Greek life engagement in summer months is just rent an Airbnb big house on the water. So that could be a lake, beach, anywhere in California, Florida, Texas, Mexico, Arizona, anywhere where there's water. Stock the fridge with pineapple high noons, none of the peach or the grapefruit. Everyone loves pineapple. I like the lime. Some people don't like the lime, but stock it with pineapple. That has 100% approval rating. Have the JBL Bluetooth speaker blasted full blast, 100% volume, so that the neighbors have to call and complain about the Airbnb, pay the fee. Don't worry about that. You have a huge sorority there. You can gather up the money, and also have a caravan each morning to bring sisters to and from Planned Parenthood, because I want some of your sisters making life mistakes. So make sure everyone can get the parenthood very quickly. Listen, man, all you got to do is supply tequila, have a pool, have floats, have six-pack abs, have Molly, have weed, have frat bros, have pool, darties, have nightclubs, have BBC. I can go on and on and on, when really all you got to do as a president is watch 2 episodes of a summer house on Bravo and just do anything that Kyle's trying to gather everyone to do. Because whatever Kyle's doing is what you should be doing as the president of your sorority. And the fact that you thought a book club would bring engagement, that makes my insides just cringe. And we need to have a referendum. That's what we need to do. You can no longer be the president of your sorority. If we were ranking leaders in terms of presidents, right? You are not Lincoln. You are not George Washington. You are George W. Bush. You are Barack Obama. You're spending our money. You're making you're starting wars in countries that don't need to have wars in. You're a terrible leader. I want to have a referendum, and I want to run for president of your sorority. Okay, I know I'm a 40-year-old guy, but gender is now fluid, so I do think I can win the presidency. And I'm a much better president than you. Here's what I'm going to do. Each semester, we're going to spend some of our yearly dues. We're going to have one fundraiser, one charity event per semester to placate the administration and the alumni. Other than that, we're going to party. We're going to find the best bar on campus, and every Thursday night, we're going to make that our second home. I'm going to supply Plan B for the entire semester for every sister. Every sister who's over 140 pounds, no longer a sister. She is out of the sorority. Sorry, pretty babes only, baddies only. Every sister is only allowed to drive with the guy who is driving a Jeep, a pickup truck, or a luxury vehicle. If we find a sister in the passenger seat of a Toyota Camry, immediately she has to give us back her house key, and we're changing the locks on the house. She is excommunicated from the sorority. Those be the rules. I'm so excited about being the president of your sorority. I hope that your other underlings, your other sisters see this and watch Verbal Graffiti. Reach out to me. Reach out to us here at Verbal Graffiti. Let me know the bylaws, how we can have a referendum vote and have the B-Man be the president of the sorority for the 2024-25 school year. let's get to something right now. A fucking book club. I still can't get over that. I don't know whether to laugh or to be furious about it. And I'm not one of these guys who shits on Gen Z and says they're making the world go to hell in a handbasket. I actually think Gen Z is pretty smart. Anytime I've spoken to any of them, they're well spoken, respectful, seem to be very thoughtful about the world and what we can do with it. I have a lot of high hopes for our future as a country, but man, book club. What else? Might as well just get a 500-piece puzzle and get everyone around and do that. I mean, if that's what the presidents of Greek life are doing today to try to get engagement going, maybe Gen Z should take the shit they're getting. Fucking book club. Ugh, let's move on, dude. Book club. Dude, I would make such a good president of a sorority. I need to go back to university. This one comes from the subreddit Witches. We need more witches in the United States. Need some advice on removing a spell. I was hoping someone could help me with my dilemma. We can. I have a very strong reason to believe my mom put some sort of separation spell or something on me and this guy. I don't know what method she used, but I know it has to do with, correct me if I get this wrong, the Holy Death? I'm not sure how it's translated in English, so neither do I. Anyways, how could I break this spell or whatever she put on him? I had to think about this one because I don't know many witches. Like I said right before this, I wish we had more witches. I wish I'd come into contact with them when I went out to bars to do stand-up. So this is a fun thought activity. So what I think is probably happening. Okay, so your mom went to Mardi Gras when she was younger. She's pulled out the voodoo doll. She doesn't like your boyfriend or whomever this guy is, and she's just poking it with a needle. And your guy, he's feeling it like he's getting those jabs from Tyson, and you're all freaked out. Don't be freaked out. You have within you the trump card that all women have. Okay, you have tits, ass, and a vagina. So if we're playing the game of like rock, scissors, papers, but in like real life, you pussy beats death voodoo 10 out of 10 times. This is what you do. You open your pussy lips, you wrap your legs around your man, and you just watch that pixie dust that your mom put on your man melt away, and he'll completely forget about whatever spell. You have the card, the trump card, so go give it to him and make him forget about your evil witch mother. Sorry for calling your mother evil, but hey, she's a witch, and that's what you told us she is. I have another bit of advice that you can try other than just the nastiness. My advice is to read Romeo and Juliet with this guy, your boy toy. What I mean by that, sorry for the pause, I'm trying to collect my thoughts and how I can elaborate on this. See, Romeo and Juliet, two families, the Capulets and the Montagues. They were royalty, elites. This blood feud went back generations. This is everything your mom is not. She's not royal. She's not elite. Let's be honest. Your mom's day job probably doesn't even give her full-time benefits. Any spell that she sprinkled on your man, it does not have the powers of the Montagues and the Capulets. And you got to think, if you read this novel, hopefully you know the story. If the Capulets could not keep Romeo out of Juliet's living quarters, what the hell is your mom's spell going to do? I think nothing. So this is a question you need to ask yourself, okay? If this spell is really keeping this man, if it's keeping a gap between you and your man, you have to ask, is this really who you want as your forever partner? Is he the man who completes you? Is he the puzzle piece? Is he your love at first sight, one and only, no other man ever. Because if he's allowing this spell to work on himself, I don't think he's the right man for you. And you can really gotta sit with that question for a long weekend and really think about whether this is a guy you want to go to war with. Because my gut's telling me he's not the guy for you. But if you think otherwise, which again, I don't know who this guy is, you're the one who knows him, and your trump card of your vagina and your boobs and your tits don't work, and the reading Romeo and Juliet spark notes don't work, there's one other solution that I think may help you out, and that's to go to a higher witch. And what I mean by that is, I believe witch is genetic. So go to your grandmother and have your grandmother put a spell on your mom witch that will dilute the spell that she put on this guy. And then, so those are your three options. Either have sex with your man, read Romeo and Juliet, and if all else fails, go to grandma. Till next episode, go suck a fat one.